turning 19, almost 20, I found a sport that I really loved, which was running, including, that was triathlon. I loved because it was more than just running, it was biking. I didn't know how to swim, and that was the challenge. I didn't want to just run because I knew how to run. I was a pretty good runner, so I chose this sport. And in the first year I was in the competition as a junior. I was doing pretty good, always on the podium, second, third, never winning, but I was still motivated to go on. Next year I joined the elite field, and there I did even better because I focused on my training, and focusing on my training I found out that it's not just about training, not just about the meters, the kilometers you do, the mileage you do on the run, on the bike and in the swimming pool. It's also about what you eat and how you eat it, you know, how much value you eat. And it's even more about your mental preparedness, what you do daily to be prepared for what you train. And years going on, I think I was third year elite field, already won the Swiss championship, which is not very hard to win, obviously, because it's a small country, but still we had and still have strong triathletes. I won the first time in 1993 the Swiss championship in triathlon. At the same year, same time, I won the European circuit. And it was the year where I had to make the final decision to go one more step ahead, decide to go professional or stay semi-professional or do some more studies. And I said I go for the risk, and I want to go for the professional. From 1993 to 94 I switched to the long distance course. And I was very successful, already winning the very first Ironman, they're called triathlon, swimming 3.8 kilometers, usually in the ocean, then 180 k's bike ride, and the third discipline, the marathon, which is 42.2 kilometers all in one day. Usually for professional athletes that's about 8.5 hours. And the very first triathlon I finished in 8 hours, 25 minutes, which was really good for me, surprisingly good. But the thing that I really liked about this new discipline, which was longer, more demanding on my body, but even more psychologically. I had to work more with my head than with my muscles. And that was the thing I really liked about the triathlon, the long distance. You know, I hear a lot of athletes I coach, or when I coach now athletes, and I also coach companies. And I found out when I go and run with people that don't run daily or weekly, they say, "What do you think after 2 minutes running? It's so boring." And I think, you know, I could run for 10 hours and I always have something to think about. Or, you know, it's some ways the ideal moment is when you get into like a kind of meditation. If you feel free, you get into a flow and you don't think. I think like the gurus in yogi or in meditation, they don't think anything. I think now in this, you know, fast world we're living in now, thinking nothing is the most valuable thing. I think it was actually in 1999 I finished the Ironman in Hawaii, the World Championship, on 5th place, finishing with a very strong marathon, 2 hours 42, which is not very strong obviously for a pure marathon runner, but for a triathlete it's still standing now one of the best marathon times. At the award ceremony, my wife, she wasn't my wife then, my girlfriend then asked me if she could do a triathlon Ironman as well. She hadn't done an Ironman or a triathlon until then. So I said, of course you can. You already have made the first step. You said, you know, I want to do it. And you have a vision to it. You have a goal, you have a vision, and you have the energy. So all you need now is to build up the passion and find energy. And I said, what I can do, I can coach you. I can coach you, I can give you all my knowledge I have in preparing you with the training, the daily training for the 3 disciplines, for some weight training, for nutrition, and especially for the mental preparedness, because I knew this is going to be the hard part, to be strong enough after 4 hours, after 8 hours, knowing that it's going to take her probably 14 hours to finish the Ironman. Triathlon is not a very secure, if you're talking about financial security, not very secure. So I was looking for not another job, but just a job that would give me some more money, some more earnings. And I said, why not coach other athletes? I've done it with you and I can do it with other athletes. If they want my support, my coaching, I try. What I need to know before I coach an athlete is that he feels passion for the sport and for what he wants to reach. And still now in 2008, I really love coaching athletes, but I found about 4 years ago, coaching athlete is one part, but people that need it even more is companies, because company people, like managers, I would say they lose their childness in some way, their creativity too. It's just, what I want to show them, go back to their age when they were 7 or 10, they run around. Every kid does. Every kid, poor or rich, every kid wants to run. As soon as they get to school, we tell them, sit still, sit and still. You know, and about the age of 10, we try to get them into the motion again. And it's hard work to get them back to sports. So I think it's a mistake, and I just want to, one thing is tell the kids, never lose that passion in moving. It's in you, and don't let anybody let it take it from you. That's one mission. And the other is, if you are, you know, too old by now, already 40, 50, 60, I want to guide people, coach people how to get to that very intense emotions again. Running is for me still the best way to spend time with my body, to check my body, to know where I'm at. And I coach, meanwhile I coach companies, I coach management, I coach boards of big European companies, which is really good fun, because it's hard work at the beginning, because they don't want to go back to their childness. You know, they are into their world in numbers, and they have to be black and not red, and shareholder value, and just to bring them down and say, you know, it's all okay, but it's all about you too. You don't forget you and your body. It's not just your brain, and your body has to come along. Let your body be healthy on that way. It was autumn here in Switzerland, running along a lake. There was mist along the lake and birds and ducks sitting on the lake, and it was mysterious. And the sun was just coming up, and I said to those managers, look at this picture. You know, it's like a dream. I'm not here. You know, I feel like being on another world. And all of them, all 8, looked at me at the same time, said, he's out of this world. You know, he's probably too spiritual, or he's crazy. And I worked with them about 3 months, and it wasn't the same scenery, but we went running again, and it was them telling me, look at the mountains, you know, how they shine in the sun going down. It was nice to see that it takes just 3 months to get it open again. And as soon as it is open, it will open, and you can't stop it anymore. If you keep running and keep doing the same thing, the thing that has started. I think nutrition is very simple. Just pick the fruits from the trees where you live, and pick them when they are ripe, and also go and grab for the carrots in autumn when they are ripe. Vegetables and fruits should be the main dishes on our table. I've been vegetarian for 7 years, and I won 3 world championships during that time. I don't think that you have to eat meat, but people forget about the simple foods. My main dish is lentils. Lentils with olive oil and milk, water, made up a few herbs, fine herbs, just to differ the taste of it. That's my main dish. I think people that do sports, they communicate differently. They have more respect to their body and to another body that they talk to. It's not just that they see a head, they see a country behind it or see an opportunity behind them. So that is my mission, to try would like to see that people would be more tolerant. And people, whatever you are, if you are a kid, if you are a manager, if you are a housewife, if you are a granddad, whatever you do, do it with passion.